Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Nasdaq and SPX price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. We're gonna start for the quick update for the daily for Nasdaq and SPX 500. So what do we have today? Basically yesterday we have of course mentioned that we have to be careful of course from the 1-to-1 fib level as a zigzag three waves here, and that it might turn of course to a flat or a potential zigzag toward the downside. We saw, of course, a reaction. We saw kind of like impulsive wave towards the downside. And we see, of course, again, a retracement for higher prices again. On the 15-minute chart, for this retracement here yesterday in the daily close, I mentioned we were still in this area. And I mentioned, okay, I see double 1-2, wave 3. We have to watch this. If we get 4-5, 4 and a 5, well, that might be a signal that this is an impulse. If we get 3 waves down after it, therefore, okay, something is starting to reverse here towards the upside. And this is exactly right now what we are looking at. Now, we have passed several stages in this testing level right now, where we saw, of course, the 5 waves up, we see the 3 waves down, we still have one more stage, is to break this high. If we break this high, that means it is a confirmation for higher prices. Of course, we have to still be careful that it still might be here kind of like an ending diagonal, taking the high and moving down. Of course, it's still very possible as well, guys. So 10%, 20%, whatever the percentage is here, it still has a potential, right? So the probability is still there. But now the probabilities are shifting toward the upside, okay? Because we have 5 ways up, 3 ways down, we see a potential, of course, continuation toward the upside. Until which extent this can go. In case that we have a zigzag here, a 1-to-1 fib level might be your target. At the same time, what does it plays is might be an expanding flat wave B. So if we take the wave B expanding flat, you will see a perfect confluence here for a potential A, B, sorry guys, for A, B, and a C. Yeah, this can be, of course, an expanding flat here. I mean, this is the maximum what it can becomes to here as corrective and then moving down. Unless if we break this, okay, it's bullish, right? So if we break this, this is your last scenario as bearish. Your last point of being bearish in A, B, and a C expanding flat. And yeah, in that case scenario, even with this expanding flat, if you take a look closer here, you didn't took the high yet. You're still below the high, meaning below this impulse. And that, of course, bring us, again, okay, to be secure here, to be much more safer. Because, yes, even with this very high wave B here, which it can be expanding flat, you still, of course, under the high, and that might turns, of course, into something for lower. So we have to experiment this, guys. This is what I'm saying. It's not yet 100% we are bullish, but currently the things are, of course, reflecting towards the upside again. Confirmation for higher is, of course, I would say by taking the high. It's not 100%, of course, guys. Always there are risk and probabilities, but the probabilities here are going higher for, of course, higher prices right now. This is what I see on Nasdaq. For the SPX, or I would say US 500. So basically, it is the same. It is the same scenario we are looking at. It's nice to see, by the way, the US 500 following Nasdaq this time. It's not lagging behind it so much as before. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 finished, and you see, of course, 3 ways down: A, B, and a C, expanding flat and continuation towards the upside. We also have to be careful from this one. What I would like to see is to where this is gonna lead us. Now, on SPX, it's exactly at the top. It is exactly on the top of this high. Wow. Okay. So if we get a zigzag, right? If we get a zigzag. Now, if we break it, okay, we are simply bullish. And if we take also the fib levels, by the way, from here, let me check if this is a wave 2. Okay. Here we go. You didn't reach yet the 0.38. So this is a signal also to be careful and not to be blindly bullish here, right? And that might be, of course, a 0.23 only hitting the 0.23, meaning wave B much more than a wave 2. Let me check if it is the same on Nasdaq. And it is the same. So we hit only the 0.23 and not the 0.38. And that is an indication that this, yes, might be a wave B, guys. Okay, wave B in A, B, and a C. So, yeah, those are the possibilities right now. Those are the probabilities, how it shifts. I would like to see what's going to happen there. And if we're going to move impulsively and see the reaction exactly, of course, at the 1-to-1 fib level here. Yeah, and which it can be, of course, an expanding flat. But don't forget, you still, anyway, on the 1 hour, 2 hour chart, you're still under the high. So we have to stay alert and be careful. Yep, that was it for Nasdaq and SPX. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. And see you in the next one. See you in the live stream, actually. Bye-bye.